Hi peeps, it's Paul. And recently I was watching some of you wondering what the best way might be to start a mixing session. Today I'm going to show you my approach, and we're going to take on the 90s Don Dada Riddim instrumental by Seanizzle. We are going to do some basic routing, some panning, balancing, and of course coloring of the tracks. And as ever, please leave a comment in the section below, subscribe to this channel, go visit my personal website paulhauss.com and enjoy the video. Okay, first off, let's create a new Clear Logic project with an audio file on it. And I will make this audio file stereo. And then let's import the files. Create new tracks. And let's import the tempo data, which I know is 85 for this project. Otherwise, I would have put it in manually here. And if you're not sure about your tempo of the track, which is pretty crucial for effects such as delays, you can easily find it out with a beat detector. In Logic, you can do it under metering, BPM counter, and this will give you the beats per minute. For example, with a kick, hi-hat, and snare. And it will show you that it's 85 here. So this is what I'm going to do first. Have the correct BPM. Otherwise, if you have audio files cut and then change the tempo afterwards, it might get complicated. So I will do it right from the start, have my BPM right. And fortunately, the files that I got came with names on them, so I don't have to listen to them and give them names, but I know what I'm dealing with right from the start. But I also recognized some files are pretty low in volume. That's why I like to increase the volume for those. And this one as well. So now that I can see the waveforms, I would put the files into my regular order. And this is how I normally do it. I would start with a bass right on top. And bass has the color red in my sessions. So if I see a red file, it's always the bass, because red sounds the best, right? Then we have the kick and the snare. So these are my drums, and my drums get another color, of course, which is mostly yellow. And then I will have my percussions, which is a hi-hat in this case and a tom. And I would put my low percussion first, in this case the tom. Okay, and then my hi-hat. And my percussions get green. After that, I would start with my music part. So let's listen what we got here. A lead. Okay. And then we have some strings. Okay. Let's put the lead and the strings up here. So I might want to hunt for main elements, main musical elements of the track, which is certainly a piano as well, I think. Let's hear it. Yep. And then we might have some effects. Let's listen to them. Yep. Okay, these are my next categories, music and effects. So music, get blue, effects purple, and vocals would get sort of pinkish, but in this case let's just have a look at the instrumental, and let's have a listen. What does it sound like? You already know. Okay, and these are the files without any processing on, without any mixing. And of course I'd like to color my channel strips accordingly so that I can see in the mixing window really quickly what is going on. Just hit X on the keyboard if you used Logic, and the mixer pops up and you see I have the same exact colors here. So I can mix pretty easily without hunting for any specific tracks or instruments. And then what I normally do would to start from the top and end with the bottom, so that I can first mix the low frequencies, bass, and kick, usually. Then we will have the snare, and then percussions, music, effects. Yeah, in this order I would mix my session, but before that I would put my categories into buses. So I would route my bass to one specific bus, for example. Let's take bus 1 and let's name it bass. Then we'll have the drums, and let's put the drums on bus 2. Drums, here we go. Then percussion, let's put percussion on bus 3. So I think you get it. And after that I'm able to process each of those categories with just one fader. For example, here are the drums. And this later on will not only give you amazing possibilities to mix your tracks pretty easily, but also to automate your stems pretty easily. So this is why I use buses for all my categories. So I've just quickly created the last two ones, music and effects, as you can see here. And now those buses go to my master output. But I will create an extra stereo bus. I will have it on bus 10, because it's always this way, and let's call it submaster. And here I would process my whole master bus with EQ, compression and whatnot before I'm hitting my real stereo output, which I will leave at 0 the whole time. I'm just dealing with the submaster. So after I colored my tracks, put the routing right, have my category set, I'm good to go to mix the track. And what I would do first is to balance the track and to pan the track. And when I've got a rough mix going, it's pretty nice balanced and some panning is going on, I would start with processing my master bus. And just after that I would process each file individually if they need treatments. Some tracks I would leave just as they come. And as I told you, I would start with drums and bass first, get the foundation right, then continue with percussion and my music, then effects and vocals if there are vocals. So have a listen, just bass and drums. string part. Let's put some piano in. Okay guys, this would be a first quick rough mix. Some panning, some slight moves. I might change a lot of it after that. In fact, I did, because I already mixed the tune. You might know it. Yeah, next up would be treating the submaster with some EQ, some compression, just some basic processing, not really fancy, just to keep me going, to get the vibe right, to make the track exciting right from the start. And then I would go about processing individual files so that I get my sound right. Okay guys, I hope this was interesting. Please leave a comment if you have any questions, or if you just want to give me a heads up. I would really appreciate that. And please visit my personal website, paulhauss.com. Stay tuned, subscribe to this channel guys. See you next time. Bye bye.